Alright guys, I had to make this video for you real quick. You can probably hear that beeping. I heard it all the way upstairs in my office. Checked my UPS is up there, wasn't that. Came down here, checked this. Obviously there's no errors with that UPS. It's actually coming from my home theater PC / server here. If you're wondering what that means a drive has failed. And this is why, if you look right there, controller, blah, consistency check failed, degraded. A drive in there has failed. One of my 8TB Seagate drives has failed. And that's why it's beeping. We're going to shut off the beeping. I'm going to figure out which drive it is, and then it's going to get swapped. But yeah, this is why you have these audible alarms, and also why you always keep an extra drive on hand, because you need to get that drive rebuilt before another one potentially fails, and when one fails, it's highly likely that another one will. Alright guys, I'm back again here. Sorry if it's a bit shaky, but I did get the alarm silenced, since it is like midnight, and I was actually just about to go outside and work on my desk again. If you look, slot will be slot 1, which is really slot 2, has failed. That 8TB is down. Luckily, like I said, whenever I build arrays like this, I always keep, like for a 4-drive array, I'll keep 1 drive on hand. 1's probably fine as well. If you're doing anything more than that, you'll probably want 2 or more extra drives of the exact same model on hand, so you can just swap them in right away. Then what you do is you RMA this failed drive, and then that's your backup drive. So you just keep going until you either run out of warranty or you run out of drives. If you run out of warranty, you can still you could potentially buy new drives if it's enough storage. Otherwise, realistically, when your warranty runs out, which is usually 3 to 5 years on enterprise drives, or 1 year, 1 to 2 on consumer drives, probably look at upgrading the whole array. Because if you've run them and you have used your RMA before and you're actually outside the warranty, they're bound to fail because they're designed to last the warranty period. So at this point, we are going to shut the computer down. It's right here. We get this light on here. We're going to shut this computer down and unplug drive 1, which is actually drive 2. I don't know how specifically the cable in here is labeled. The annoying thing is that, and I really wish more things would do this, I have to unplug from the back side of the computer, which is the side we're facing right now, and take the drive out of the front side. So both side panels have to come off. I will probably just leave off both side panels until I know it's rebuilt. And I don't know if I have hot plug enabled, so I will be just shutting down the computer to take care of this. This does kind of curb some other things I was going to do tonight, though. But we shall see. Alright guys, once again, alright, we've got the back off of the pylon now. I don't know how close we'll get, but this says P1, P2, P3, P4. So the drive that failed is P2. Gonna unplug power as well. Unplug power and data. Then I have to spin it around, pull the other side panel off, and yank the drive out. There's the gaping hole where this drive was pulled out of. I do have another 8TB. These are the first generation archive drives from Seagate. Very good for cold storage, or not a lot of reads, or writes, sorry. A lot of reads are fine. Even then, though, I still got over 200 megabytes per second with the RAID controller. On the back here, you can see my custom painted Fractal Define R5 sleds in this gray color to match the Noctua Redux gray theme that matches the Sabertooth X79 board I have in there. So, we got it out, though. Here's where I wish they would just have the drives come out the backside, because you could unplug it and pull the drive out from the same side. To me, that would make much more sense. But hey, I don't design computer cases. I mean, drives used to pull out from the other side, annoyingly, or from the back side. Sorry, they pull out from the back and be plugged in on the front in some cases. That's worse than this, but I don't know. Plug them in the back and pull them out in the back. That seems to make the most sense to me. So we're gonna go upstairs and find my other 8TB archive drive that I have as the replacement for this, and get it swapped in there. So not only was this horrible timing in the way of I was trying to get another coat on the desk. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a wet bottom to this box. The box was actually peed on by a dog. This is what I found just as I was going to go out to the garage and start painting. As I was taking care of putting away these boxes here, that's when I heard the alarm go off for the failed drive. And I really was hoping it wasn't a failed drive, because, you know, like a UPS with a bad battery would have been much better, but I pretty much knew what that sound was. So, yep, looks like tonight they don't want me to get anything done, whoever they is. So the new archive drive is on the left there. It's not really new, because I have used it before, but very sparingly, meaning like it wasn't on for very long. As it says there, complete backup of Anthrax 8. I basically used that 8TB drive, and then I double backed it up to some other drives that are over in that stack over there. Anthrax 8, so when I go to Anthrax 9, I have a double backup. So using this drive, I'm going to have to erase it before I pop it in the RAID array. Is not a huge thing, because I have a second copy of it. Also, most of what was in Anthrax 8 over there is now in ChibiPC, because this is what I've been using as my desktop while I've been building Anthrax 9 and planning that and whatnot. So it's not a huge deal that even though this has some data on there, and it is basically new. I think I've used it twice. Once to go from Anthrax 7 to Anthrax 8, and then the second time to go from Anthrax 8 to ChibiPC, and then I would be using it again to go from ChibiPC to Anthrax 9. But I gotta use it. So we'll have to find out another means of that. To go from ChibiPC to Anthrax 9 shouldn't be too hard, because I should be able to do it over the network, rather than having to go to drives, because ChibiPC wasn't done yet, didn't have enough drives actually. But it is quicker just to go directly to a hard drive, or even better, an SSD. So I'm going to get that sticker pulled off there, mounted to my custom painted bracket, and then I'll actually I can't mount it to the bracket just yet, because I have to bring it downstairs and pop it into dry bones to format it. Actually, like, not format it at all, like remove all the partitions and formatting. Please excuse the noise for a bit here, but as you can see there, we have the extra 8TB drive, GameOS store drive. It had basically all my drives backed up from Anthrax. So what we're going to do then is go down here, go to disk management. You could use disk part 2. In this case, it should be easy enough. We're just going to delete this volume. There we go, it's gone. It's already on GPT, and it has no data on it. Should be able to pop it in to the server now, and the RAID card should see it as a drive that's not being used by anything, since it doesn't have a partition. And I think I have mine set to auto rebuild. If not, we'll have to set, tell it to auto rebuild or to rebuild that. By the way, if you're especially on troubleshooting PCs like Drybones is for me, it's really nice to have a hard drive hot swap in there that goes straight to an onboard SATA controller. Enable hot swap and you're good to go. We just gotta wait at this point for it to spin down, and just let it sit there for a little bit, because we don't want to wreck anything. Well, I've got the new drive installed, but I had to boot up the system, and as you can hear, the alarm is once again going off. But that makes sense, since I have not yet told it to rebuild itself. Don't know what happened there, but yeah, so it takes 1 day, 5 hours and 23 minutes. This is why you want to get the drive in there as quickly as you can, so that theoretically another drive does not fail before this one is rebuilt. The one thing I did find is that those drives were manufactured March of 2015 and have a 3-year warranty. I need to find when I bought them. There is a chance that it's still under warranty for RMAing that. If not, I will probably order one up right away, because there's a decent chance now that they're out of warranty that another one's going to go soon. And that's when I have to make a decision if, because I don't think 10 terabyte drives are that much more expensive. The issue is migrating them, as in migrating from that array, because I'd probably want to use that controller again, because that RAID controller is just fine, to the 10 terabyte drives. I mean, realistically, I still have 6 terabytes free on my 24 terabyte, or 5 terabytes free, but as I've been doing more and more YouTube videos like these for you guys, it's been, and Twitch streaming, so it's been filling up real quick. So I at least have the alarm silenced, so hopefully it's not going to keep going off while it rebuilds, because technically there is no redundancy while it rebuilds. The one thing I will note, though, is at least for the more important stuff on this, I do have backblaze. So always have a backup solution. The pictures on here are also backed up elsewhere, so I don't have to worry about losing those. Even if the whole thing died, I have it both locally. I think pictures, maybe music, something else, documents for sure, like that sort of stuff. That's in multiple places. And the reason why I go for Backblaze, and I'll throw a link down in the description for them, is that they're one of the few places that'll do besides doing the whole system for 50, 60 bucks, they will also ship you a drive to get recovered. And when you have multiple terabytes of data, you need that drive shipped. It's going to take you far too long to download it all to get everything back up and running. So now while this is rebuilding, I gotta get back to cleaning up that dog pee. And after that's done, I'll be streaming another coat of paint on my desk. And then, as long as I'm feeling up to it after that, we're going to do a bit of a how-to on setting up Anthrax 9. Well, guys, see you in the next. Well, guys, see you in the next video. Hopefully you, I don't want to say enjoyed this one. Hopefully it was at least educational. My drive dying in my server. And that kind of explained to you why I do specific things. The next server, like if I do build a standalone server, will be going to, like Linux based and all that sort of stuff. But being that my home theater PC previously had to be on all the time, when I recorded TV using Windows Media Center, now that we have YouTube TV, that really isn't a thing. I could now switch to a dedicated server and then just have the pylon here as the home theater PC, which means I wouldn't have to have it on all the time. I would just have to have that server on all the time. So I might look into that, like if another one of these drives goes relatively soon, or I guess even if I have to buy another 8 terabyte drive instead of being able to RMA it, I will be looking into like larger drives with a more redundant array. If you like this one, Please throw a like if you have any questions about my server or my setup or what happened. Throw it down below in the comments. If you think anybody else would benefit from this video, please share it out, as right now that's the best way for more people to see my stuff, is you guys sharing it to people you know or on platforms where you have followers who you think would like it. And as always, you can find me as @TheProfosist on Twitter, and the website is @TechExchangeThe on Twitter as well, and Instagram for both of those. And the website is the-tech-exchange.com. I'll see you on Twitch soon. text.cx/Twitch.